Alright, let's get started. Hello everybody. Happy Friday. I'm a little bit later than I usually am. I think I usually stream around 5:30-ish on Fridays, but been figuring stuff out in my schedule. Decided to fit in a stream where I could today, so we landed on Squawks and Taxes. Oh god, this isn't muted. Whoops. I always forget to mute Twitch again because I have my stream running on the other monitor, but I always unmute it to like listen to the person that I host for a little bit afterwards, but always forget to remute. Whatever. Anyway, Squawks and Taxes, my beloved child. Speaking of beloved children, Lily, I hope you're okay. I am home alone currently, so Lily's hanging out. Hoping she manages well. She did okay on Wednesday though, so we'll see. But anyway, Squadron Hawk, Squawks and Taxes, the brainchild of mine. Tried it once, like a week or two ago. Like, I guess not a week or two ago. It was like fresh off the Ren 6 ban, right? Tried it out, queued into like 4 graveyard decks in my strategy that's very weak to like unfair strategies and is very targeted towards the fair decks. Did not go. It went okay. I think I 3-2'd. But decided to give it a shot after the post GP meta. A lot of people are jamming their Astrolabe piles, whether it's Miracles or 4 or 5 million color control decks. Figured Squadron Dog might be a good way to try to handle some of the stuff that's going on right now. Let's give this list a shot. Nothing too spicy in the main deck. Or really the sideboard. The sideboard does have a lot of graveyard hate. We have 6 graveyard hate cards, 2 Surgical Crypt, 2 Rest in Peace, and a Containment Priest. I do think that with a Squadron Hawk, there are a couple things. I do think that the Squawk Taxes list is generally just weaker to combo. I've had that experience a lot playing the deck, and just kind of is the main trade-off. So you kind of want to support it more on the sideboard. And the other thing is that I think a lot of the graveyard decks are seeing an uptick because of probably of their favorable like slow blue fair pile matchups. Been seeing a lot more dredge, a lot of Hogak, stuff like that. So I think going up on a bunch of anti-graveyard hate card or a bunch of anti-graveyard cards is like pretty reasonable. I would probably be playing like at least 5 in my normal Death and Taxes lists, and I think I am currently. I think I was playing 5 in the list I streamed on Wednesday. But anyway, let us play some Magic. I'm making sure Lily's okay. May need to go dislodge rawhide from her mouth. I can hear it sticking. She stops chewing as soon as I turn around, though. Like, I can hear her. She looks like she's okay. Anyway, let's play some Magic. What's up, Blue and L? Man, is this a keepable hand? I actually watched some of my Friday stream for once. Yeah, it's usually a little closer to the evening than the night, but you know, things happen. My wife watches Dirty Dancing. Solid weekend plans. Already in effect. This feels like it is a not unreasonable keep. We're on the draw though, so it makes actually like casting Squadron Hawk really awkward, right? Because we go draw to 8, play land to 7. Turn 2, draw to 8, play land to 7, play Squadron Hawk to 6, get 1 Squadron Hawk back to 7. Yeah, I'd like it if we had like at least 1 more spell land, like Plains, Wasteland, Port. In a world where I could like guarantee my opponents on like some garbagey, slow controlling pile, this hand's reasonable. Let's just keep it. Let's keep it for science. I think this hand might be a little bit loose. But we got Squadron Hawk. What could go wrong? Lands? Alright, that's fine. What could possibly go wrong? We have 4/1/1s. How do they beat that? Pretty good. Just draw Sanctum Pearl. It'll be fine. Draw Aether Vial? Yeah, perfect. I'm so good at Magic. Oh, they have 2 Thespian Stages, huh? That's the Dark Depths combo that I can't stop anytime soon. It's not very good. They're not going for it yet, at least. Unless they have like an... So main deck Elvish Reclaimer. It might not be lands? No, it's lands. Just with main deck Elvish Reclaimer, sure. We can block with we can attempt to block with a lot of Squadron Hawks, that's true. Makes sense that they're not going for early Mirror Age against Death and Taxes, because there's not really a big incentive to. Second Aether Vial. I think we're just jamming a Squadron Hawk here. Porting seems like a very futile effort here. Like, porting against the deck that's Ancestral Recalling their land drops every turn. I think we just kind of want to get onto the board. We could play land, go down to... We get 2 Squadron Hawks out of our deck at least. Give him Violin, another one to make sure we don't draw the 4th. Probably won't, though, because we could potentially draw better 4 or better 2s. Go, my Legion. Two, three, four, 5, 6, 7. 7. We could grab all 3. I think it's probably worth the gamble. Like 1 in 49 that we top deck the other Hawk. They have Crop Rotation. Well, if they have Crop Rotation, it'll be a tell because they'll like just play a Dark Depths and then pass the turn or whatever and get the stage. But yeah, if they just cast another Loam, then they're just in it for the long haul. They found a Maze of Ith, which is pretty obnoxious. We do have 2 ports to try to fight it. Multiple main deck Elvish Reclaimers is interesting out of lands, that's for sure. Pick this up. Alright, we're just going to cast the Sword of Fire and Ice here. Probably just want to protect our ports, because once we have the Sword of Fire and Ice in play, the turn after they'll probably play like Maze of Ith or something. And then we can equip port the Maze of Ith, hit them. Or at least that's the plan. So we protect our ports from wastelands and stuff. You'll don't want them to stage reports. Yeah. I don't know how much I care about that specifically. Like, pretty tight on mana. I mean, by tight, not tight. Pretty solid on our mana base. Hello, Lily. What do you require? Ooh, Oko. Alright, they're on Oko lands. They built their Molten Vortex at least. That's nice. There's the maze. Sorry for the loud noises. My dog is flailing about with her toy. They're just, like, attacking. They're not casting Loam. What are they doing here? They have 7 cards in hand. I'm pretty sure their cards in hand are like stage, depths. I don't know. I keep track of my opponent's cards in hand when they cast Life from the Lone Bunch a lot better in paper. But when I'm streaming, I'm just like way too lazy to. I'll leave the Vial on 2. Ooh, a factory. It's kind of cool. Let's attempt to equip a Hawk. See how it goes. I could just like P-Fire it down. Oh, nope. Alright. So now we'll just port down the maze and try to hit them. Glacial Chasm? Oh, just another maze. That tracks. Makes a lot more sense than Glacial Chasm. Alright, hit him for 1. We can try to connect next turn. By activating a Reclaimer for something, I imagine. Maybe we should have tried to control 4 main deck Cataclysm instead of Birdies. The problem is that main deck Cataclysm sucks in, like, exactly every other matchup. Or at least Squadron Hawk has vague synergy with a lot of what Death and Taxes does. No Reclaimer activation. Interesting. I'm gonna elk my sword. Oh, they're just buying back. What is this? Wasteland, Forest, Heath. Oh no, they can Wasteland my port and then I can't hit them with the sword. Yep. A little bit dangerous overloading here on Hawks when my opponent could go find a Tabernacle at some point. Might want to take this vial to 3, actually, in case we draw like Flicker Wisp. Problem is that they can just Wasteland my port forever, so it's going to be very hard to connect through these mazes. So we do kind of need to overload them. Maybe we'll just draw like Recruiter or Prelate. I'm gonna take this up. Wasteland. That does not help me, in fact. Because they're just gonna like loan back Wasteland and Wasteland me every turn. I could like get in 1 damage by porting them right now. 1 extra damage. Is there a world that we can actually get this? We could play the Wasteland and not Wasteland the maze. Because then if they buy back the Wasteland, then they Wasteland my Wasteland, then we hit their maze, and then we get a connection. So maybe that's actually the play. We could go like Wasteland, Hawk Mom. Then they Tabernacle me. Maybe we don't Hawk. Maybe we just Wasteland Vial, or like Wasteland Mom Vial. Yeah. We'd make a similar play with the port, actually. We could, like, port them. Like, play the port. If they Wasteland the port, we tap down a maze in response on their turn. Guess it's the mana-efficient play, right? If we are casting, like, the Vial and the Mom. Loam. Hello again, Lily. Cast the Loam, targeting only the Wasteland. Play the Wasteland. At least this is all mana neutral for them. So we actually get in a hit with the sword here. Hey, Lily. Calm down. I should have played the Wasteland, actually, because the Wasteland, I guess they might have ignored it, though. But the Wasteland means that they would have had to, if they wanted to, like, stop me, they would have had, they wouldn't have Wasteland in the Wasteland. Never mind. Forget I said anything. Lily, calm down. Take this file up, leave this file down. Ooh, a Stoneforge Mystic. That's not nothing. So yeah, we'll play a Stoneforge here. We'll Wasteland the maze, attack with everything first. Ding. Or not attack with the Mom, obviously. Another Stone Forge, alright. Look at Batter Skull. I think we just want to develop as many threats as possible to try and punch through all these mazes and stuff. No dredging. Makes sense because their hand has 900 lands in it. I think their plan might just be make a wall of mazes. Or are they going to tabernacle me? Yeah, they're going to tabernacle me. What are we doing after we get tabernacled here? We have 3 mana, so we can't actually do anything with the Batter Skull. We just save 3 Hawks. Attack for 2. I don't really love that plan, but it might be my best plan. If we put in the Batter Skull on the upkeep, then we only get to keep one creature, other creature around, and that creature just gets mazed. We talk about like Flicker Wisp, we do just win, which is very nice. Or Wasteland, yeah, or Wasteland. Oh god, I hate this. I hate Tabernacle on Moto. Always yield, always yield, always yield, always yield. Take this up. Don't take this up. Pay for all the Hawks. They have flying, they can attack the other 3/4. Don't pay for the Mom. Pay for the Hawk. And the other Hawk. And the other Hawk. And not the Stone Forge. That is not it. Hit him for 2 though. Gotta remember to play this factory. Problem is that they also always have the option of using this Reclaimer to go get the Glacial Chasm and just buy them a ton of time. Also, they just have this Field of the Dead, I guess. I guess Field of the Dead doesn't really matter except for the killing me part, because we were just flying over it. They're cutting chasms usually. Oh, that's nice. I'd definitely be happy to see that. So we can only keep 3 creatures, so there's no real point in valuing in either of my things. We're just going to pay for our 3 Hawks, attack them for another 2. Hopefully draw Flicker Whisper or Wasteland. No. Actually, I might actually want my Vows on 3 and 3, because specifically drawing Recruiter of the Guard. I only have 1 in this deck, though. Plains is nice. Means we technically have lethal next turn, with assuming nothing possibly goes wrong. What are they getting here? Guess we'll find out, right? Blaststone's too slow if they're dead next turn, so okay. Let's see what they mill. I'm scared. I think the big concern is P-Fire. They could play the second maze, right? Nope. No second maze. I'll try to kill them, I guess. I don't really have any other plan. I'm just going to put in this 4th Hawk and attack for 3. If they have anything, I die, but... my hope is that they don't have anything. Hey! They didn't have anything! I feel like I should not have won that. But, alright. Look how good Squadron Hawk was! That's all we did! Stoneforge Mystic Mother Runes didn't do jack. All we did was play 4 Squadron Hawks and the Sword of Fire and Ice, and we won the game. Our opening hand was so good. Amazing. I really feel like my opponent could have made some different choices over the course of that game and probably won it. But it's a weird matchup to play from both sides. These guys, a lot of shit. Unbeatable. Yeah, unbeatable. I might just cut them all from my deck. Cut the Thalias. They were on main deck Reclaimers. This makes me like having a glut of removal more. Probably cut Crusaders. We could cut Moms. We could just cut all the Hawks. Hawks are decent sometimes. They're really bad other times, though. Crusader's really miserable against the card Punishing Fire. It is good against Oko, and if we can like Surgical or Prelate off the Punishing Fires or something, Crusader looks a little bit better, but maybe. We don't really have enough cuts, though, unless we cut all the Hawks, right? Because we could, like, cut all these Moms and then, like, shave some Plows. Or we could just cut the Hawks and the Moms. Like that. Just keeping Crusaders. Maybe Moms better than... Moms decent. I don't know. This looks okay. We have a lot of non-creature spells. We actually only have 12 creatures in our deck. Jesus, how do we win? Hang on. Maybe these Force of Virtues are bad. Hang on, let's bring back these Squadron Hawks and do that instead. Maybe Force of Virtue sucks here. If it keeps things out of P-Fire range, maybe, but not great at that except for exactly Crusader, right? Because a lot of my things are just X1 still. How does this look? Alright, this looks like it can at least win a game of Magic. Sideboarding is pretty off the cuff here, just because both my sideboard and my main deck are pretty messy. There's a lot of Source of Plowshares in this hand. Pithing Needle. Pithing Needle is like pretty soft hate. You're not really a big fan. Sometimes it's useful, like you can put it on their Maze of Ith or whatever to punch extra damage through or something. But I don't know. This hand feels really risky. Triple Plow is also just like not where we want to be. We want like 1 Plow. All right, this hand is insanely better. Holy shit, this hand's so much better. What are we bottoming? Are we greed bottoming a land? Or are we bottoming the Squadron Hawk or the Stoneforge Mystic? I like Stoneforge Mystic because I like Sword of Fire and Ice a lot in this matchup. We're on the draw. We could greed bottom a land. We also just have a solid couple of turns, even if we get, even if we can't get Prelate on 3. Let's just greed bottom this Caracas. No, let's bottom the Port. Let's get greedy. 24 land deck. You got Exploration. Yup. Hey. Now just cast a Loam and don't have a Cycle Land. I guess Cycle Land would be kind of fine. Oh, that's less fine, certainly. It's a lot less fine. Huh. We should have Pithing Needle. What's our plan here? Die to this turn 2 Oko is my plan. Getting like ported next turn 2, so we're probably just hitting another 2-drop. I think it's gotta be Stoneforge Mystic, right? Something to at least try to pressure this Oko, like Stoneforge for Batter Skull. Obviously they can elk the Batter Skull and stuff, but I think we just need to... They have 1 card in hand. I think the battle is going to be mostly fought around dealing with this Oko, which means we want to put as much pressure on it as we can. Which probably means grabbing Batter Skull with this, putting it in response to the port, and then like pathing their elk food or whatever. They could have elked my Stoneforge Mystic, but then at least we have a path to start attacking it at that point. Hope their last card isn't good, or we are in a bad spot. Oh, that's a pretty good one. Hopefully they just make it immediately so we can Caracas it. Playground Wasteland. They can't... I guess we have... Ooh, this Needle's very good draw. So now we can Needle, Caracas, and hold up Path here. I think I still want to attack the Oko. They're at 18. And if they ever kill my Needle, it's just really, really, really bad for me. So I think attacking the Oko is fine. They have 1 card in hand. And I feel relatively safe from this point. I should have played Pithing Needle before. I mean, I guess this is fine too. Should have played Pithing Needle before Caracas though, because they could have like ported my Caracas down in response. No, they didn't have the mana to do that. But now they're trying to combo me here. But we have a path, so we're fine. So now they're gonna wasteland my Caracas, and then try to combo me. But they couldn't port and then combo me because they were mana off. Wait, I could just name Thespian Stage here if I want. No, then they could just elk my Pithing Needle. So yeah, let's name Oko. Thief of Crowns. And pass the turn. Yeah, this is a fine outcome. I think we could have induced a slightly better one if we led on the Needle. Not positive. You got it. You have a 20/20. I don't know if they have another basic, so we will just path in their upkeep. Did I click on that? I was getting nervous when I click on very important targets. I do have another basic, okay. Well, this is a pretty good position here. We get to play Rest in Peace next turn too. I guess we don't, because they're going to port me. I think I just want to sink 9 damage into this fucking Oko. Maybe I just sink 6 damage into it. Makes them just top decking an artifact removal spell like a Corrosive Grip or a Force of Vigor so much worse for them because they, like, their threat is down, and we're pretty insulated even against another Merit Lage. So as we hit like a second land drop, we should be pretty good to go. Yeah, let's start attacking them. Yeah, now if they like draw a Corrosive Grip, grip my Needle, and like make it 3/3 to block, we can plow it and still clear the Oko. So I'm not super worried about it. We just want to cast Rest in Peace to prevent them from drawing a Loam. Now we just want to make sure we don't lose randomly here, which probably means I'm casting the Squadron Hawk, not the Sanctum Prelate. We like die to a Caracas for no reason. For Nia, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. could leave up either Wasteland or Plains for Source of Plowshares. I guess Wasteland's better at beating the combo, right? And we have a flying blocker, so it's pretty safe to just cast Squadron Hawk here, I think. Let's Ancestral Recall. Ooh, they do have Force of Vigor. Alright. Pitching another Oko. So this is what we talked about, though. So they'll have the Oko for one turn, but then we can plow, so we're fine. Do I want to Wasteland something here in response? No. I think I just want to like try to double spell or single spell if they like port me and stuff. So yeah, this is fine. We could have like sank the last 3 damage, but 3 is like we missed 2 whole damage basically, sinking 3 damage into like the one thing. So I think we can just afford to burn a Source of Plowshares on this food and clear the Oko anyway. Uh-oh. This gets more complicated now. Because they can port... Let's see what they do on my turn. They're not porting me. Okay. We could just cast Cataclysm. I'm gonna make it 20/20 though. That's bad. We can cast Cataclysm soon. So if we leave up Wasteland, they can't make a 20/20 yet. The problem is if we Source of Plowshares this food token, and they end step port... No, if they end step port my Wasteland, then in response we just Wasteland the Dark Depths or the stage. I guess the stage, probably. No, because then, yeah, the stage can't copy anything, so... I think this is fine. So we plow this food token. Oh, nice, they just concede. I feel like the game's not over there, but... I'll take it. Can't you block a 20? We can, but like we don't have a permanent answer for the 20/20. If we like get our, if we get like our Wasteland ported in and they combo me in response, we would be able to like chump block it a bunch and try to find an answer. But we are pretty safe there because they have no cards in hand. We can't Wasteland because they make a 20/20 response, but they can't make a 20/20 because we Wasteland them. They could end step port me, untap, make a 20/20 after that. But by then, we get a bunch of blockers. I guess that is our plan, then, just, like, buy time, right? No, no, because they couldn't end step port me, was the thing. Because if they end step port my Wasteland, then I just, in response, Wasteland them. That's what I was talking about, but I confused myself. Forcing the 20/20 play block that you plow. Then we can't clear the Oko, though. If we force them to make the 20/20, they have 2 creatures, and we need to attack the Oko. The Oko is at 2. Cataclysm clears the Oko. Oh, cast the Cataclysm, keep the Hawk. They make a 20/20. We untap it, we cast Plow on that. That's fine. Yeah, I gotcha. I think we're pretty safe, though. Hey, what you got there? Lily, come here. Get that out of your mouth. Yeah, casting the Cataclysm is probably safe. Loses to, like, nothing, because they're down to 1 land, so, like, there's no way... And they have no cards in hand, so they can't draw a removal spell to clear my Hawk. Yeah, that play would have been okay. Hey, Lily, come here. Stop. Alright, go lay down. I do like casting Cataclysm less when when I don't have a rest in peace though, because like we are in danger of them just like drawing land and then drawing a loam, and then we need to like desperately draw lands to keep afloat. We would need to have found 2 lands to cast our Prelate or whatever. Hey Drazoth, thanks for the sub. Appreciate the support. Guess we're keeping this. This hand looks okay. We're on the draw, so hit some more land drops. Play against some fair decks. Prismatic Vista, that's a fair deck. It is technically another land drop. Why is this deck not playing Oko 2019? No jobs. So I can send to people without feeling like a massive spew. Now, it is a great feeling when I got a job and I was like, wow, I can just like subscribe to people. I'm not just like lighting $5 on fire for no reason. Appreciate it. Fuck. Don't appreciate that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we get the other 2 at least. Gimme. It's gonna make you play one Spontane Maverick, but still make you play Oko Maverick. I know Miranda's been playing Oko Maverick. I do want to meme it up and play try to jam Astrolabes into a terrible TNT shell at some point for the memes. Nice Fang Quaddles. This is probably the Miracles list. Sure thing. At least our hand is very good against the card Terminus. Thanks for the bits, Darkview. We will try to display the dominance of our 2-mana 1/1 flyer. Ours did draw us 2 cards. Theirs only drew them 1. So we are ahead in that exchange. Yeah. The thing is that like with most splashes and death and taxes, you either don't want or like actively you actively don't want or like don't need Astrolabe. Because it's just like not a very synergistic or useful card. With D&T's just general mana base and stuff, so it requires some definite like messing around with. Like it doesn't do anything. I guess we can like Flicker Wisp it, right? Draw more cards with it. That's value. I'm gonna attack. This thing doesn't currently have Death Touch, but it can. Not that it matters because we can't give our thing +1/+1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We could recruit something, or we could cast another Squadron Hawk. What would we recruit? What do we even have? What do we got going on? We could recruit like a Thalia or a Stoneforge. Not a lot that's super interesting. Like, if we were in this matchup and we didn't have a Squadron Hawk, we'd recruit that, but I think I'm interested in just jamming more Hawks into play. Like, we have a Mom, so like their plows aren't very good, and if we get like just like 3 Squadron Hawks into play, or I think like 2 is probably pretty safe. Then like their Terminuses are bad. So it's a slow clock. I probably am going to Force of Virtue pitching a Flicker Wisp. Ooh, I got a lot of Ice Fang Quaddles. I can trade with both my Squadron Hawk. That's a lot scarier. Because if we get 2 Squawks in the graveyard, we're a lot weaker to Terminus. Maybe this isn't Miracles. Maybe this is just like the bug list would just play Strix. Maybe there's something else entirely. I don't know. They did top with that Preordain. They immediately cast Brainstorm. I don't know what's going on. But it might not be Terminus related. Don't think I'm flashing in this Force of Virtue. Especially with just 2 Ice Fangs at play, I think it would just induce a double trade. I'd assume Miracles. They've been pretty, like... I guess they don't need white, right? You're gonna engineer it. I mean, we have the Force of Virtue for that, at least. Caracas. We don't want to play all our Squawks, because then we actually do get Terminus real bad. Well, then I guess we could try to Recruiter back up a Squadron Hawk. Because I kind of want to get the Recruiter in play because I can Flicker Wisp it, but I also don't want to double spell. Cast 2 Hawks. We'd play like the 3rd Hawk and port them. Yeah, this is just a double trade. That's what I figured. Maybe I was supposed to use Mom there. I don't like using Mom there, though. Just play the 3rd Hawk and port is probably fine. Oh, we're still out of damage. If only I had the previous build that was trying to misfill Planespeople. White Knight, thanks for the follow, I appreciate it. Let's see if they get... Yeah, they're just, like, not getting any white mana. I feel like they're maybe not Miracles. Maybe they're, like, Food Chain or something. Oh, maybe they're... What? Like, blue-green? Hey, Lily, shh. Shh. Again, let me mute for a second. Hopefully she's good. But yeah, blue-green show and tell, I guess. Lily, calm down. Yeah, the Eureka, main deck, Veil of Summer, yeah, the show and tell deck. That means we definitely want to squat. We definitely want to play this Force of Virtue right now. And just start attacking with the Mother Ferns too. We're just going to pitch the 4th Hawk here. I wonder how many Veils they're holding. I hope a lot. They did just bring some fetch though, so probably not a lot. But yeah. I think we're just going to start attacking with the Mother Ferns. I doubt they have much in the way of main deck interaction. Good, like, Wasteland port here. But I want to play this Recruiter, go get Sanctum Prelate. So I guess we're just going to Recruiter port the city. Intuition? Cunning Wish, okay. What's the scariest thing to get Cunning Wish for here? I guess we'll find out, right? Okay, sure. Maybe I poured the Suncourt Forest instead, because they could just instant speed Intuition using the city that I port. Could also use the Suncourt Forest, but that's like less efficient for them. Unless their plan is just 3 mana Intuition right now into like cast Show and Tell. But then we have Flicker Wisps to hopefully beat that, so it's fine. That looks like what they're doing. We have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. We only have 10 damage. We can cast another Wisp on our Wisp to flicker on just for another turn or something. Omnisciences. Okay, so they already have the show and tell and stuff. They also could have the instant speed kill. They just have like another wish, but Them's the breaks. Might be able to do something if we... What? What? Are we not dead? What? I can honestly say I didn't expect this. Now we get to cast Prelate and Port and Wasteland them. We wasteland them right now just to make sure they don't have anything. They're not up to anything, so we can play land, Prelate, and still Port. So let's just... make sure they're not up to any shenanigans, which they appear to be. Yep, Cunning Wish. So we know what to expect at least. Excuse me. Search your library for 2 creatures of different names, reveal them, put in your hand, and shuffle your library. Okay, so they're going to show and tell in the Omniscience, then cast shared summons for like Emrakul Grizzlebrand or something. We can beat that with the Wisp. Also, we have the Prelate on 3 to beat the show and tell. So, we should be fine. Emrakul and Coatl. It's just like the best tutor for... it might be like the only instant speed tutor for Emrakul. Wait, no, isn't there like Eladamri's Call? That's an instant, right? Why search for 2? I guess it's free to play this one instead, right? Because you're not ever hardcasting it. You're not ever hardcasting the spell. I guess you could technically hardcast the spell too, but anyway. They do have the Force. Okay, sure. Pitching an Omniscience. Wait. I feel like they're out of Omnisciences. I guess they could have 4. Yeah, I'm gonna attack for 6 here. We could just like beat an Emrakul attack as well if that's all they have. But if they're getting 2 creatures, we can't beat that. Guess we'll port the Forest. Alright, well. We can beat a lot of things here. Let's see what they're bringing to show and tell. Okay, they do have 4. They can shared summons for Ice Fang and flash it in, but we can attack through that still. Anyone ever intuition for intuition? I have no. Probably at some point. I don't know when that would be relevant, but I don't know. Yeah, sure. You can shared summons for your Emrakul and your Grizzlebrand, or your Emrakul and your Icefang Coatl. Yeah, Emrakul, Icefang Coatl. Oh, okay. They can flash in the Coatl and try to draw like Cunning Wish here. And like try to Cunning Wish me. This doesn't do anything? Okay. I did not cast any spells, any blue or black spells, opponent. Impressive main deck Veil of Summer. Respectable effort. Alright. Blue-green Omni, huh? Oh, these Deafening Silences seem pretty decent. Obviously not great if they just show and tell in the Omniscience and cast the Emrakul, but if they have, like, the Wish kill, or if they need to, like, wish for their shared summons for the Emrakul or something, it takes them longer. Bug checking. Fair. Cadet Breach probably sucks. Does Spin Needle do anything? I don't think so. Because they're on sneak attacks. Unless we're Pithing Needling fetch lands. They are an intuition deck, so maybe the Surgicals are worth it. Surgical generally pretty low power level in the matchup, but I think the Omni, like the straight Omni builds are a little bit more reliant on casting intuition, so Surgical can do stuff. Probably just cut all my Squadron Hawks too. Yeah, Veil was countering Stifle at some point. Maybe it still is, I don't know. Probably bring in Priest. Because we don't have anything else to bring in here. It's like the Priest of the Needle. Bring in a Cataclysm to Stone Rain them. It's not unreasonable. It's not good. We have any other bad cards? We could potentially cut this Jite as probably the only other card I would not mind getting out of my deck. Seal does actual nothing, I'm pretty sure. Besides fetch lands. And, like, if they have a Grizzlebrand, but I think I'm fine just bringing the Priest. Even though it mostly doesn't do anything. Sometimes I do have to just go for the Emrakul or something. Or if we can, like, have Flash Havoc and Amber's in play and we can, like, Flicker Wisp with their Emrakul or something like that. Wow, this hand sucks a lot. This hand's probably going to lose, but, I mean, it's got Sanctum Prelate, which is one of the best cards in the matchup. And we're on a 6-card hand, so maybe we can draw, like, a Thalia or something to stall for time. Yeah, they don't really have to, and they don't, like, 99% of the time, but I think Flash Grizzly Bear with some amount of text is going to be better than most of the other options on my sideboard. Definitely better than Needle, maybe better than Cataclysm, but maybe Cataclysm's okay to bring in. It's just like a triple Stone Range, like a poor man's Armageddon. Library. Ooh, it's a spicy one. Pretty good against my deck that just never puts up any sort of pressure. Not a good draw, in fact. Let's go get a Sword of Fire and Ice. I mean, turn 3, cast the Sanctum Prelate. Turn 4, like, playing equip the sword to it or something like that. Depending on what happens here. We also could just die. Because it's turn 3, and we have done absolutely nothing to try to stop them from concocting their game plan. Cast a Show and Tell. I will put in a Sanctum Prelate and hope that they try to wish me. Deal. Deal. Oh, this is suddenly very bad. I think we're dead. Not dead. Not dead yet. Alright, now we're dead. They got us. Oh, wait. There's no way this could be a correct board versus Death and Taxes. Alright, deal. Thanks for showing me your Shifting Ceratops, I guess. There's no way that's correct. Like, it's so easy to beat a 5/4. Like, people love... Like, combo decks just love sideboard creature plans, and just board them in at, like, very bad moments. Like, when people used to just board in the really bad red-black sideboard plan. Oh, they have a wish... Okay, I will agree there. Shit-talking my opponent, but... Yes, main deck Veil and a wish board probably means that is definitely a reasonable sideboard decision. Yeah, I retract my statement. In general, people are super overeager to board in like creature plans, though. But yes, in this case, yeah, that's actually very right. Yeah, we'll run it back. Yeah, it's decent. Now the Container Priest will just tag up with a Flicker Wisp to kill my opponent's Shifting Ceratops. Does Deafening Silence prevent some of the stuff like what happened that that game where they just went like show and tell in the Omniscience into Preordain, or like into Coatl, Brainstorm, Drawn from Dreams, Preordain into the Emrakul. Stuff like that can get held up by Deafening Silence. Well, let's grab Sword of Fire and Ice. We have a Mirran Crusader, so if we just turn 3 Crusader, turn 4, like, if we find a land before then, we can just stomp on their face. Also just can hold up, like, if they just want to sculpt their hand and cast 2 cantrips this turn, they can't, because of the Deafening Silence. Definitely reasonable here. They're just gonna Crusader hit them for 1, I think. They have a show and tell, and like, if they just like have the combo, we do just die. Can't stop it. No flicker wisps or fancy footwork of any kind. Alright, we're not dead. This could be an intuition. We don't have a surgical extraction. Land? Not land. Thalia, though. Thalia's pretty good. I'll talk with both here. I think I value one damage more than I value, like, not trying to trade my Stoneforge with a Coatl. I think that's a fine exchange. Not excited about it, but we can Thalia Mom here. I think I really just want to push as much damage as I can. Thinking about Coatling me? No. Would have been nicer if we had a 4th lane, because we could like Thalia plus Port or something, but maybe this Thalia gums up the works. Yep, there's the intuition. I don't have a surgical, unfortunately, to punish it. I get 3 show and tells, or 3 omnisciences, or 3 Emrakuls, or whatever. 3 show and tells. Alright, so we need to hope they don't have the omniscience, or don't have the Emrakul, or don't have the 4th land. We do have lethal next turn if we top deck a land. Nice. Nice. Not dead. Not dead this turn is big. Not dead this turn is very big, so we can either attempt lethal or potentially Roshan Port them. Oh, nice. They might have, like, if they miss completely on the land, they're just completely toast. Ooh, that was good. Do we hit on the land? We don't. Hit them for 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Put them to 5. Just port them. Cast another Mom. Alright. Deal. She's finally asleep. Sounds pretty good. Very good if we're in an unfair matchup. Or not, if we're in a fair matchup, sorry. Very bad if we're unfair. Alright, Prismatic Vista, deal. I said that last time and then we played against Blue-Green Omni, but I think more than likely Prismatic Vista does mean a fair deck. Please no counter my Aether Vial. Nice. Depending on what goes down this turn, we'll port or hawk them. What's our plan? Really don't want this Squadron to get countered, but they didn't counter the Vial, and they definitely would have. They did draw a card and then cast a Ponder and then choose not to shuffle. So I don't want to cast the Hawk. I think the downside on porting is pretty minimal in game 1. So do I need to Vial on this Hawk on my upkeep? This takes up to 2. We're going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th card. Put in the Hawk, so we only get 2 other Hawks. So I don't think I really need to put it in on upkeep. I could cast a Crusader too, but I think I just want to keep porting. No, we're going to play a land too, right? So we're going to draw up to 7, play land down to 6, Hawk down to 5. Oh no, 6, 7, yeah, no, I miscounted. This of course guarantees that we will draw another Hawk. Oh, we didn't. We in fact drew another Vial, which is very good. Means that we just get to go get all of our Hawks. And then we could probably pitch one of the Hawks to the Force of Virtue. We might pitch the Plow. They got a whatever it is here, Coatl. Yep. To ferry my Vial potentially here. They could cast an Oko. Narset. Doesn't really do anything. I'm pretty interested in now actually Force of Will or Force of Virtue pitching a Hawk, untapping and plowing the Coatl, so we can hit the Narset for 2 and put it to 1. Yeah, Hawk does not draw cards, in fact. Got him good. Because if we thought Narset down to 1, then they only get the 1 impulse off of it. So then the plan is Hawk for 3 Hawks, Council's Judgment, spooky. Hawk for 3 Hawks, pitch 1 Hawk to the Force. Kind of sucks pitching Hawk to a Force because of Terminus and stuff. Is it insane to pitch Crusader instead of Squadron Hawk? Probably. Crusader just is a big dumb beater. These are all like mopey idiots. I'm gonna leave the Vial on 2 and 1 here, I think. I think we just want to deploy more Hawks then. Maybe we don't. Maybe we want to tick up to 3 and 1, deploy a Crusader for 1 turn, and then get the other Hawks going. Yeah, getting that Crusader seems reasonable. Just punches them. Tap the plains means they need another white source to cast their Council's Judgment. Or they cast Swords of Plowshares on a Hawk, which would be nice. What's happening? Oh, they just want to use... I don't know what's happening. They Council's Judgment? Like if they could play land Council's Judgment, or... Yeah, they still need a land to cast the Council's Judgment here. I think I would activate both vials. Give them their pick. I think they want to vote for the vial on 3, but they might vote for the Crusader. Maybe I don't activate the vial on 1, but there's no way they'd vote for the Mom. Alright, now we're just attacking their face. We have like 2 cards in the deck that draw cards. Does this deck even have a Jailer? It doesn't. Alright, this deck has 1 card that draws cards, so yeah, we're not gonna put damage into this. Let's go Crusader. Let's go Mother of Runes. Mother of Runes protects our Hawk, which is nice. Only have 3 of those, so we want as many of them to get Terminus as possible. It's a good draw. Yeah, if they block, I'm definitely just gonna Mom protect it. We just pass the turn with all this up. Port them again. They have the ability to cast the Council's Judgment now anyway, but because they have 2 Astrolabes. But at this point I have a lot of targets for them. Like if they target the Vial, then they're just like dying on board. Let's see what they do. To cast the Council's Judgment, I need to figure out what I'm doing. We have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we would have lethal if they voted for the Vial. Which means I think we can just let a Council's Judgment resolve. What is this? Supreme Verdict? This is a Jace, they're just fucking dead. Okay, this is Supreme Verdict. Alright, we can rebuild here with Crusader and Hawk. I don't think Flicker Wisp is better than just putting in an additional Crusader, so just let this happen. Good draw. Attack you for 8. Put you to 4 here. Pass the turn with Flicker Wisp and Stoneforge or Squawk up and port again. I guess maybe I should be porting the Singleton Forest. Don't think there's a huge upside to porting anything, really, because double Ash really means we can't realistically cut them off of any sort of mana trouble. Alright, let's just Flicker Wisp our Crusader here. All they have is a Council's Judgment here, then they just like actually can't win, so... Because the Crusader by itself is just lethal. Even if they have Council's Judgment into second Swords of Plowshares, we will still have lethal. Yeah. Man, that Squadron Hawk really doing work. Get 3 creatures for the price of 1. 3 creatures and a free Anthem to speed up that clock. Felt pretty good. Alright. So sideboard against Miracles feels a little bit light. We might need to fill the slots with Surgicals like I've done in the past. The big cuts are probably just all the plows. need the surgicals. Mom gets a little bit better because we're less weak to Terminus with this build because of Squadron Hawks. So like having a Mom in play and just pressuring with Hawks and stuff and forcing them to Terminus a bunch of Hawks can be nice. I don't know. Maybe I want to continue trying out Surgical though. Equally in for Needle and Surgical. Yeah, I guess Needle's okay now that they're on Okos again. People kept boarding in Needle after Top got banned, and I felt like that was wrong for a long time. Because like they didn't really have notable targets outside of exactly Jace. But we could just bring in the Needle and 2 Surgicals for all the Moms. But yeah, now that they have like Oko, and to a much lesser extent to Fairy / Narset, you think you'd mostly naming Jace or Oko. But yeah, let me try this. Oh wait, I did my math wrong. I'm off by one thing. Should have a Force of Virtue. Force of Virtue probably not as important. Clock is important, but like they don't have -1/-1 effects. You name the best Planeswalker. Like I don't know. Sometimes you name the Planeswalker that's in play. Yeah, let's try that out. I guess Surgical, the equity on Surgical does also go up when we have Squadron Hawks, because if we Surgical all their plows, then it's just like impossible for them to deal with Squadron Hawks very realistically. Alright, Snapkeep, that sounds great. We have like Squadron Hawk and Prelate on one. Please no counter. Wow, rude. What a jerk opponent is. Force switching Jace, sure, yeah, this Needle is very likely going on Oko. Probably just casting a Squadron Hawk next turn unless we draw Thalia. This might... Surgical. Pro tip, don't Needle Astro. Good advice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we get 2 Hawks here. What if they just like Force Will this Hawk? How amazing would that be? I mean, it'd be sad. Wow, Force Will the Hawk. Wait. Alright. Alright, where's Patrick? This card is indefensible. Patrick, get out here. Patrick, you still in chat? It's indefensible to have Fluster Storm in your deck. Yes, I'm not calling you out for doing it. I'm just saying, as a Miracles player, I hope you give the seal of disapproval on keeping in Fluster Storm of all cards. We get to Recruiter for our Squadron Hawk. Amazing. We could, like, Wasteland Port them, but they have 2 cards in hand. I think I want to get stuff in play. I assume it's main deck and they forgot. I don't know. We've played against some bad Miracles players in our time. Yeah, I'm gonna just get more Squadron Hawks. Just like a 3-for-1. They Force Will at the first one. They have 2 cards left in their hand. If they have a Planeswalker, they also need an answer from a Needle to truly beat it. Go get him. I don't think I want to Wasteland them. Maybe I do. Our lands aren't casting our spells. It's a thing. It's searching to see how many Fluster Storms they have. It's a thing that comes up a lot, is that this Wasteland isn't actually really producing any mana for us, because like white, 2-drop, 2-drop. So we could probably afford to just Wasteland them here. Die. Pro tip, don't surgical the trop. Amazing. I'm glad my chat's here to prevent me from making all these horrendous plays. Am I force of virtuing here? Making my Squadronauts worse, but they're at 16. I think we just want to get them dead. Like, 2 Squadronauts is probably, like, fine, right? We could pitch, like, a Flickers potentially, but if we draw white source, Flicker or Recruiter and just get them. Well, that's bad. Plow my Squadron Hawk. Alright, well, you got it. I guess that means we're going to cast our 4th one. When am I supposed to surgical this Plow? Am I supposed to just surgical it now? Or am I supposed to wait for, like, a Snapcaster Mage? I'm probably supposed to just hit it now, right? There's actually, like, a huge blowout if they have exactly Snapcaster Mage as their last card. Because they could, like, flash it back and kill my Recruiter. But I think they would have just, like... Because maybe they wouldn't have blocked. Get value. I mean... They can't Sanctuary. Yeah, they can't Sanctuary right now, which is a kind of a draw to getting it now. It's hard to get value, though, unless they have... Because if they just draw a second Plow and Plow another of my creatures, then I think we're, like, losing value, right? Whereas if they draw Snapcaster Mage, then we just, like, wreck them. But it's hard to tell, right? Obviously, we don't do it in, like, draw step, because it's an instant, like, you cast it. Because there's merit to doing it in their upkeep, right? There's nothing they could realistically have that they don't have with 3 mana here. Coward. Is Coward surgicaling it now, or is Coward waiting? Can we play around Flusterstorm? If we cast nothing and then went to their upkeep and surgical it, we could play around a second Flusterstorm. Surgicaling it now is the Coward move. They are losing pretty badly. Like, if they draw a second Plow, I think we're still just, like, pretty far ahead. We do kind of need to hit another white source, another land drop, but... Yeah, because they wouldn't have had Snapcaster Mage to block because they didn't have the Plow in the graveyard to begin with, so it would actually miss out on the value of that turn. So they could have Snap as the last card. I think I'm just going to cast this Hawk. I think we're pretty sizably ahead. We got all our Hawks, right? They're 2 in exile. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Port the Misty and Surgical. That seems kind of weak. Next turn, maybe I'll do that if they are low on mana or something. If there's an opening where they can't snap the Plow, then I might go for it. Come on, cast Snapcaster Mage Coward. Consider misspell planes of fetches to get the counter box back. I was literally playing that last time I played Squawks. I cut it this time though because I think it's too much. It's like makes your mana really awkward for no reason. Well, that is a land drop. Mockery, I see. That makes more sense. So now if they have a Snapcaster Mage, they'll go for it now. Yeah. Yeah. Could have cast the Needle, and then when they fetch you Surgical. Yeah, but we don't really want to cast the Needle that turn. Like, we wanted to, like, deploy more to the board. Wow, they had the second Plow too? I wonder which one they drew. Did they draw the Snapcaster Mage, or did they draw the Plow? Either way, it would have gone poorly for me if I had Surgical last turn, right? But this also sucks, so... They drew the Plow. They did... Oh yeah, they did kind of pause the last turn there. And then they, like, tapped the... Oh, no, that's after they drew. Yeah, this resolves. And we surgical all these Plows. Wow, 1 mismatching Plow. What are you doing, opponent? Get these Plows out of here. Screenshot this deck list. Yoink. Pull this off to the side for if we go to a game 3. They have 1 Jace, 3 Okos. Maybe I'm supposed to preemptively needle Oko now. They have 2 Teferis. They have 2 Flusters. Oh, God. 2 Flusterstorms. 2 Containment Priests with Council's Judgment. 1 Mismatching Brainstorm, too. Jeez. Opponent's a savage. So it really sucks that we can't deploy more here. Because now they get to eat my Recruiter. I can't cast any of my white spells. This is not turn 1 card. This is not turn 1 card. We're back to the turn 1 Mother of Verdant stream. I think I want to preemptively needle the Oko here. They have 3 Okos in their deck. They have 1 Jace, and that's like the only other card I would ever name. So I think we just needle and port. And they're going to immediately draw Jace. Oko, Thief of Crowns. I guess if they draw Jace, they can't even cast it, 'cause we're porting them, so that's fine. What do they got here? They have 2 Flusterstorms, but they boarded out the Narsets too. Like, I don't think Narset pitches to force and draws you a card at least. That was a good card. That was a good card. Speaking of good cards. So Prelate's really good at stopping them from... I guess Prelate on 1 doesn't exactly do as much now that we've extracted all the swords. Their removal suite is pretty diversified between Verdict, blocking with Ice Fang, Council's Judgment, stuff like that. Wait, they don't have any Terminus. They're not a Terminus deck. They're just blue. They're just Bant Control. Did not realize that. They are just Bant Control, straight up. Prelate 3 turns off to Fairy and Council's Judgment, that's it. Puts them on only the Verdicts and the Jace. The Needle's already on Oko. Unless we Flicker Wisp it over. The other plan is, don't cast Prelate, just cast Crusader and start punching them. Crusader is 6 damage. And they can't block it. Whereas the Prelate doesn't actually accelerate the clock because we can't attack through this Quaddle anyway. Oko's turned... their Oko is turned off because we have the Needle on Oko already. Yeah, opponent likes to split their 4s as 3 of one type and 1 of another. The Brainstorms and the Plows and stuff. I think I might just want a Crusader here. Legitimately. Just get them dead. Am I expected to read? Which part? The Pithing Needle? I mean, I was talking about it last turn. When I cast it. Crunch. So now I might put the Prelate on 4 to protect the Crusader. Why did they not attack here? I don't know. I was kind of thinking the same thing, honestly. We could put the Prelate on 4 here to prevent Supreme Verdict, which is the biggest blowout. And then we could attempt lethal by Flicker Wisping the Quaddle and attacking them. I don't know if I will, but we have that option. The only thing that would stop us is Council's Judgment at that point on the Crusader. That's a 1 of. So I think this is fine. Just to put it on 4 here. They could find something like Teferi too and buy time by bouncing. Or they could force it, will it? But now they're just dead to the Crusader next turn, so they need to top deck Crusader removal or they lose. And if they remove the Crusader, that removes their Coatl, unless it's the Council's Judgment or Jace. Okay, now they need to draw exactly to Fairy. I guess Containment Priest has Snapcaster Mage buy them a turn, because they get chump block. They did not shuffle. Now they're down to Teferi or Snapcaster Mage or Containment Priest to chump block for a turn. They did shuffle. Now they're dead. Nice. Easy game. Yeah, they're just playing Band Control, no Terminuses. Just 4 Coatls. Just some Supreme Verdicts and stuff. They're not on Miracles. They also just boarded in 2 Flusterstorms. Who does that? Why don't I find these people in my leagues? You remember our Wednesday stream, right, against our other Bant Miracles opponent, who like actively wanted us to win the game. I have had Ponder main phase extracted. Oh god, remember that one time we got Thought Seized, and then they surgically like took Aether Vial and then main phase surgically extracted the Aether Vial on turn 1 in game 1. What an amazing game that was. Oh god, I can hear the cats whining outside, and that is putting Lily on edge. Please shut up. I already fed you cats. Squadron Dogs have been pretty impressive, though. We've queued into, like, 3, like, reasonably grindy matchups, right? I mean, the Lands isn't exactly the best Squadron Hawk matchup, but it's not the worst Squadron Hawk matchup. And then we played against, I guess, no, never mind. I am completely incorrect. Then we played against Blue-Green Omni. The only matchup where the Squadron Hawks, like, were really good was that one against Miracles. But that's kind of why I chose to try out Squawks again, to beat up on Miracles, right? Beat up on Miracles in, like, the million color piles. Squadron Hawks were good in that game 1 against Lands. This hand feels a little greedy. Time to go 5 out of 5 on Oko decks. We are... Are we 3 for 3 on Oko decks? What was game match 2? Omni? They might have not had Okos, I don't know. Have I trophied on Squawks? I think I trophied with it like once when I played it. I stopped playing it like pretty soon after I top 8 that challenge with it though, because it was like a pretty extreme meta call. I'll keep this hand. Hope to God my opponent's playing a deck that I want Source Pleasures against. Well, that doesn't look good. Ooh, never mind. Oh, thank God. It's the Chromox deck we can beat. I mean, we're still not going to beat it because they're Chalice wanting me against my 1 land with 3 1-drops in it. But, like, we have much better odds of winning this match now that they are Red Prison. I was really thinking that we were going to get People's Cannon. We just need to draw land. We'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, chat. Hey, Lily. Come here. Get the string out of your mouth. Rebel Man. Oh, that's kind of bad. Can't really beat that either. But now we need to draw planes of land. Oh dear. Maybe I should have kept a Force of Virtue. Yeah, Aether Vial's never being cast. Chalice check him. Float the white. Attempt to plow it. They cast like a Chandra here. We're pretty boned. We're pretty boned. We don't have any Revokers in our deck, so it's pretty much impossible to stop. We also did not draw a land, or we didn't draw a white source. Probably did here. Alright. Throw in the old towel. Sideboard time. Bring in these guys. What's good? Force of Virtue is surprisingly good against Fiery Confluence, so I don't hate it. Squadron Hawk might be bad. Crusader's definitely bad. Step 1. Might just be cut 4 Squadron Hawk and like a Thalia. Look at this. This looks okay. Yeah, these cards are all definitely bad. These cards are all good. Force of Virtue's fine. Plows are good. Mom's decent. Stoneforges are good. Yeah. Fire this off. Uh-oh. Come on, good 6. Oh, this is a passable 6. Bottom of the second Thalia, probably. Kind of need 2 vials too, especially if you like Blood Moon. Definitely want access to more. 2 vials is also very bad if we get Fire Confluence, but not really in a spot where we can fight that. So keep the hand with 4 1-drops against the Chalice deck. Very aggressive. They did just keep a 7. Probably means they're doing something bullshitty on turn 1. Oh, they did. Cool. Land. Dicks. I think we're gonna play second Vial. If they like rabble me, I don't really care if they have a goblin. We can untap and then plow it and then Violent Arthalia afterwards. We want to like try to get a bunch of stuff onto the board before they get like Confluence mana and just wreck my shit. And before they just Spirit Guide wreck my shit. Please just cast like a Goblin Rabble Master. Dicks. 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 Can you cast a Goblin Rabble Master now? Please. Dicks. Wait, this has to be Karn then? It's also bad. Can't really beat a Karn. Ooh, thought not. That's fine. We'll plow it here, because the only thing we want to draw is land anyway, and we'd rather plow it than path it, because we don't want to give them mana. Hey, final land. Take that Stoneforge, maybe? Maybe take the Thalia? I don't know. Depends on the context of their hand, I suppose. Could even take the path. Could have been much worse. They could have played a Karn or a Chandra. They take the Thalia, yeah, that tracks. Stoneforge for Batter Skull is bad versus removal spells, but Stoneforge for Fire and Ice doesn't do a lot in general. Pretty tight on mana. Power Skull seems the most individually powerful, especially because they've burned through a Confluence. I'll also just pour this city, that seems kind of ambitious. Like, if they play a Chandra and Flame Slash my Stoneforge Mystic or something, we can just follow up with a Prelate and then be able to attack down the Chandra at least. Just rabble me, then that's very beatable. Oh, this is also beatable because we have a Snow-Covered Plains that we concealed. Unfortunate. They get a lot of mana now that we don't have to blow up the Magus yet, though. We can wait until later. We can just play Plains, say go. Then on like their end step or something, we can path it, put it in the Batter Skull. And then untap, like, cast Poseidon Prelate on 4. That seems like a good plan. We could also just leave the Magus in play, I guess, but that, getting the Magus out of play helps us get our stuff online. So this is fine, because we can clear it no matter what they do. So if they try to Flame Slash the Stoneforge, we can punish for an Answering Magus. Kind of. Let them hit more land drops, I guess, and give them, like, double red. I could have pathed an upkeep. So now we can just path the Magus, put in the Batter Skull, clear the Chandra, Prelate on 4. Four stops more Confluences or Chandras or like Karns if that's in their deck. And our Batter Skull can beat them down. Worst case here is like they find a Braid. Thought Knot's beatable. Sucks though, because they can take my Wisp and like, but then they have to trade with the Germ. Then we get to draw more cards, find more answers. Maybe it was supposed to pass in their upkeep. Probably. Gives them the same amount of mana though, but it turns off them their ability to like play extra cities. No, because didn't they have like mountain double cities, so they could have had. Uh-oh, that's bad. I need to pop my Batter Skull. Or not. Cool. Attack for 4, say go. We just leave them with 3 mana to pick up our skull and they try to kill it. Sure. Maybe they really want to pop the Prelate. Yeah, okay, so their last card is like Chandra, then? Or no, their last card has to be Confluence. Probably seems like the best card. I don't know. Like, do they have a plan for beating this Batter Skull? They have to have a Shatter as their last card, right? If it's Confluence, I don't want to play the Stoneforge, but if it's anything else, I really do want to play the Stoneforge, so we're at a little bit of an impasse here. This is fine. Like, if we don't play the Stoneforge and then they Chandra Flame Slash my Batter Skull, then I look like an idiot. But if we play the Stoneforge and then they shatter my skull and deal 2 damage to everything and then attack me with a Thought Knot Seer, then we also look like an idiot. I guess the Stoneforge goes and gets like a sword anyway, and then we have like 7 turns to draw something answers Thought Knot Seer, and they're Hellbent. Chandra seems a lot scarier here. I think Chandra is a lot bigger worst case scenario. So I think we cast the Stoneforge here. Question is, do we get GTA or Sword? Sword's not good against this Thought Knot Seer, but it's decent against other stuff. I think I kind of want GTA here. This Thought Knot's kind of in the way. Gambled and ported their Mountain. I guess that is an option. So they only have 1 card in hand. Really not respecting their inability to make red mana, but yeah. We're in a better spot. Still not good because they can protect the Chandra with the Thought Knot, but we could potentially find answers to the Thought Knot down and attack the Chandra down. Or draw like land and suit up the Stoneforge to attack it. We are down like 2 removal spells. We draw Flicker Wisp too, though. It's not the worst. Playing and equipping GJ does Stone Cold nothing, so we can just pass the turn and port them. Although porting also kind of does nothing at this point. But I guess, no, the play is play and equip GJ to Stoneforge and then pass, because if we draw a 5th land for Batterskull, we'll have the GJ equipped already. I guess porting stops them from plussing Chandra into another double red spell and casting it, like if they plus the Chandra into a Fiery Confluence. I think the plan is draw a 5th land here, or some spell that answers this Thought-Knot Seer. It's a Chalice of the Void, okay, sure. Putting it on 1, that kind of makes some sense, protect their Thought-Knot Seer. Really want to top deck 5th land here. Would also accept Flicker Wisp. Would also accept Council's Judgment. Would also accept Cataclysm. Figure out what they want to put their Chalice on. Alright, sure. Mox Diamond. Okay. Come on. Land. Nice. Rip. Would have sucked to draw that. That would have been daggers. So now they get like a draw step and a Chandra activation towards a Fiery Confluence, but at least we get to keep the Stoneforge around through a Confluence. Crater Maker. It's annoying but beatable, because they can only kill one of my equipment with it. Problem being that it does defend the Chandra for another turn. Although no, because if they do that, then we can pick up our Batterskull. Being able to have 3 mana up with our Batterskull and 5 lands at play is pretty hard for them to deal with. Just being able to deploy the Batterskull like every turn. Since when did they play Mox Diamond? Yeah, that's I was kind of confused about that too. It's a little weird. But they don't always play Thought-Knot either. So this is fine. We can at least clear the Chandra now, hopefully. Depending on what their card in hand is here. think we're gonna take this file up to 3. Don't think it really matters. Pump. Clear the Chandra. Get you more counters. Play this Thalia. It's protected by Caracas. Porting just doesn't actually matter. They give so much mana. 6 mana, big Chandra. Man, I'm porting like shit today. I don't know. This is just didn't actually matter. They can't do anything with it. They can plus it and then not cast a spell, and then it dies. They can Flame Slash to remove 2 GD counters, and then it dies. They can Flame Slash to unsummon my Thalia. Chandra does not have a lot of good modes here. Probably am supposed to be porting City for like big Chandra, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They still could, but they would at least need to tap the Ancient Tomb. Since we can't port them off of double red, and that's about all the red that they need. Alright. Do I need to cast this yet? Should I cast it? Maybe I'm supposed to just slam it there? Maybe I'm supposed to move the GTA over to the Thalia and then slam it? Like this following turn? I didn't do that either. It's another Chandra? It's a Fiery Confluence? Whatever it is, it costs 4. It's like a 4 mana non-creature. Yeah, Fiery Confluence. Destroy artifact, deal 1 damage to each creature. So unsummon my Thalia, blow up my Vial and my GTA, so we'll gain 6 life here. Now I'm pretty interested in casting this Cataclysm, especially if we draw a land. Ooh, Force of Virtue. It's not a land, but... we can probably just cast this Cataclysm anyway, right? They get down to Mountain. They keep Mox Time Ancient Tomb. They probably have a land in their hand, so maybe this Cataclysm actually isn't good right now. Maybe I'll just save her for if I like really need to kill a Planeswalker or something. We could force Pitch Plow here. Yeah, we could also just hardcast it next turn. Yeah. Oh, I could have just hardcasted that turn. I'm an idiot. Missed 2 damage. This Chalice. down 2 red sources. I think it's still just like land drop, cast Confluence through the kit. So putting down the cities is probably, man, I'm just porting really badly this game, but Confluence doesn't matter either. They're super, super dead. Yeah. Alright. Pulled that game 3 out. Jeez. Or not game 2, game 3. Pulled that game 2 out after going land drop Vial, miss second land drop, second Vial, and then getting turn 2 Fiery Confluence, shattering both the Vials. Managed to swing that one back. Crusader's a little bit more appealing against Thought-Knots here, because it like actually attacks into it reasonably. Kind of the same with Squadron Hawk. They go up the ground with like idiots. But I think we're just fine running it back. We had like a pretty miserable 6 and still managed to like steal that one. I guess I wouldn't say miserable. They're definitely risky, but it was bad against exactly the card Fiery Confluence, and pretty decent against most other stuff. We could like beat creature strats because we had a bunch of removal. The box up to 2, we had things to put in. Certainly a close one. Ugh, am I keeping this? It's the potential to be very good, but it's also really risky. If we had any other white source, we're totally golden because we have Judgment and Cataclysm. It's like impossible for them to beat. But like if they get going with a crazy Rabble Master start, then we're in a bad spot. But they haven't showed us a single Rabble Master yet, and they didn't show us they still have like Chalices and stuff in. So mulliganing is also, and like Magus's, so mulliganing is already kind of risky. I don't think we have goblins. Yeah, they have a lot of stuff. I'd like to see Chandra and Fiery Confluence pitched off of Chrome Boxes. 3-ball. Alright, we can beat a 3-ball. We only have one other card in hand. It's better Mishra's Factory, so we can attack them on turn 2. Please don't play a 4-drop. Nice, not a 4-drop. I suppose to attack with this factory, what do I get punished by? Like nothing? A braid? We're getting in. Dicks. Oh, that's fine. That's an acceptable trade. I'll trade a land drop for that any day when I have 3 more land drops in my hand. And, like, not a good way to kill a Sulfur Elemental right now. That is completely fine. I guess, no, they just had to draw on the second Sulfur Elemental. Stoneforge Mystic survives, so that looks like it's the plan. Yeah, everything in my current board state dies to Sulfur Elemental, and I can't Judgment it yet. So yeah, let's Stoneforge for the Batter Skull, I believe. They draw removal, so for my Stoneforge, we're like 1 more mana away from casting the Batter Skull to deal with the Sulfur Elemental. Although if we draw another mana, we'll probably be able to Judgment it. Yeah, that's fine. I guess we were punished by 3rd Sulfur Elemental by not putting this thing in sorcery speed. But I also get punished by, like, Fiery Confluence if I put it in at sorcery speed, so one of those seems much more likely than the other. None of the cards in my hand do anything, but double porting also doesn't do anything because they have 4 mana post double port, so I guess I'll just cast a 3 mana Vial. set up for future turns. It's bad in the face of Fiery Confluence, I suppose. Just another thing for them to shatter. They can deal one to everything, shatter the skull, shatter the vial. We're still probably beating that. Next, they don't have it. Oh, nice. We can plow the Sulfur Elemental now, turn our other stuff online. Chandra. Thought-Knot Seer. I think I'd rather play with the Thought-Knot Seer, honestly. Oh no, I can't play with Thought-Knot Seer. I shouldn't have afforded for it cost 3 mana. Oh well. This is fine. Not fine. Much rather would have played with Thought-Knot. I definitely just wouldn't have ported if I was remembering the 3-ball. Presume if we can like eventually find another white source, they're super dead in the water too. Yeah, they have to take the plow. We can still just attack with our Batter Skull too. They're dead to white source next turn. We cannot cast any spell that does anything, so we cast the Vial, but let's port their stuff, I guess. Prevent like big Chandra. We can just Vial in the Flicker Wisp on their Thought-Knot Seer next turn. Oh, never mind. They have more blockers now. We could just draw a white source. That'd be nice. Or not. We can put this Prelate on 4 to prevent them from doing stuff, and then eventually find a way to kill them. Yeah, that seems decent. We could probably attack too, honestly. So it's up for lethal next turn with the Flicker Wisp if they double block it, so yeah. Okay, they conceded. We did it! Whew. Close one. Always love it when your opponent exhausts a shit ton of resources casting a turn 1 Trigger Sphere and you're just sitting there with like 4 lands in your hand. 'Tis a good feeling. Man, I'm just now realizing the game would have gone supremely differently if my opponent had not blocked my Mishra's Factory with their Sulfur Elemental. They had 2 Soulful Elementals in play that whole game. I couldn't have played a single creature. I guess they couldn't have attacked, though, because I would have had a Mishra's Factory sitting on blocking duty. So if they, like, attacked with both, I could trade the Factory for 1 and then unlock my Stoneforge that way anyway. So I guess it wasn't, like, a huge thing. But, like, we just never drew that white source. So, like, we would have just been playing the waiting game for that whole time. And, like, had nothing. Lay down, Lily. Got 1 more match left. If we ever queue into an opponent. Ugh. God, I hate it when round 5 takes so long. When you're 4-0, it's just like you just have that sweat for so much longer. The nerves start getting to you. Maybe one day we'll get into 3-minute marks. All the other matches start immediately. Genzer, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. While we're hanging out here, waiting for this final boss. It's really making us sweat. This just felt pretty good, though. Both Force of Virtue and Squadron Knock have been like pretty reasonable Magic cards at like accelerating the clock, at providing a bunch of bodies of value. It's not an unreasonable plan if this is the meta that we're in. Decks that I've been seeing the most of are Delver, which I think any iteration of Death and Taxes is pretty favored against. The slow Astrolabe decks, which I think you want Squawks at. And then the Graveyard decks, which, like, is rough for either Death and Taxes deck, but you can, if you're already beating up the Delver decks and you're good against the control decks, then you can, like, tilt your sideboard pretty heavily to try to beat the unfair decks. Or at least that's the theory behind it. Maybe one day, 4.5 minutes... No one in the queues, thank God, finally. Alright, I would love to play first. I think I'm keeping this hand. I'm not happy about it, but we have, like, Mom Thalia Stoneforge, even if we ignore this Caracas. Mom Thalia in the play is just really good against a lot of decks. If they're a Wasteland deck, they might Wasteland my Caracas and turn on my second Caracas. So, it's not the end of the world. Like that. I wonder if we try to bait him by playing the other Caracas here. Like another Wasteland or something. I was just about to queue some Dread Titans and Inferno Titans. Oh god, not again. Would have been really sad if that was the 5-0 killer. I think we just play the Plains. Ooh, is it the Mirror? I feel like this is the Mirror, in which case we just want a Stoneforge for GT. If they just Wasteland me in a basic Plains, it's not snow covered, so it's not like the Miracles decks or anything. Could potentially be like Maverick, but either way, yeah, I think we just want to go immediately grab G-Day rather than playing with Thalia. that exposed across. Yeah, I don't think it mattered a whole lot, but definitely could have. Certainly. So Revoker's down. We don't really have a way to deal with it unless we get to 5 mana to like flicker it out and then like get some GT counters going. So I think we just Squadron Hawk plus some other friends here. We could potentially get down the GT just for like future, like if we draw Plow or something to do with this Revoker. I think I just want to try to like have like bad pressure. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, because we're going to draw all these Hawks. Suppose we could have actually Flicker Wisp our Stoneforge and gone for other equipment. Maybe I'll do that next turn. Probably should have done that this turn, though. Even have 2 Moms is nice, because it just really gums up anything that they can do. They grab GTA 2. That seems loose. Well. Less loose now, but... Now we just set up Plow plus put in GTA. If we have the GTA counters, we just get to control the GTA game. Pretty sure you're cursed, Lackey? What happened? So we're pretty solid against everything outside of like another Revoker here, so this is fine. What's this? Nothing? Sure, okay. 2 and 9 in die rolls. Woof. That's quite the bummer. So we plow this Revoker. Yeah, we did it. Immediately win the game. Did they figure Rover symmetrical? I don't know why they grabbed their GT. Oh, is that what they like went to try to do? Equip it or something? I don't know. I wasn't even thinking about that because. Come over here. You got some more string in your mouth, huh? I regret buying you this toy. Oh god, it's way back there. Oh god, she's just gonna eat it. You can have that string. Bought my dog a toy, but she immediately tore it to pieces. But then there's this big knotted piece like like rope kind of around a rubber tire. Except she immediately like ripped into the rope, and it's too sturdy for me to take off, but it's not sturdy enough, so she just like rips off chunks and eats them. All right. So the one problem that we have here is that we only have 4 cards to bring in in the mirror. With this sideboard configuration. I guess that means we leave in the Sanctum Prelate. It's not good, but maybe this sideboard wants a Leona Relic Order still. It's like okay against Sneak and Show and still like decent in the mirror. Might be able to fit it in somewhere, but I mean, I think Prelate's better than leaving in Athalia, so searching their source of pleasures. Yeah, none of these plans are very good. Certainly. I think I like Prelate more than Containment Priest. I hate Containment Priest so much in the mirror. There are like some times where you just get them and it's actually really good, but there's so many times where you play it and then the Flicker Wisp your other creature and then it just like turns the Flicker Wisps into like 3/1 Vindicates. And it's just like horrible. Priest is a card that people bring in the mirror a lot, but I think it is very bad, and I think I would rather play Sanctum Prelate. And maybe even rather than play Thalia. Let's just submit the 60. We're up a game, which is good in the mirror. The mirror is pretty high variance. Solid hand. We got the GT. We got some stuff to put the GT on. Unfortunately, we're not reactive, and that's really bad on the draw, because if they like win the GT race, then we're just shit out of luck. Plow. Dicks. Nice. No Stoneforge, no GT. Trying these forces sucks. I think I just want to play Squadron Hawk here over Stoneforge Mystic, because we need something to fly over the Mom. Unfortunately, we'll go up to 7 cards in our hand, so we can't even like get these forces out of our hand or something. These forces just like this obnoxious dead weight. So we're only going to be able to shoot one other Hawk. Hey, stop chewing on that, Lily. Oh, path their own Mom. Ambitious. Are they just trying to cast a turn 3 Palace Jailer or something? That'd be scary. Yeah, that tracks. I'll play my other Squadron Hawk and hope that they don't have more removal, so we can like take the Monarchy back. Unfortunately, we don't have more white sources. They have like Flicker Wisp for their Jailer, eat my Hawk. We're just in a horrible spot. Yep, we can't plow the Jailer, which would be very good here. They didn't even attack with the Jailer and give me the option of like double Force of Virtue blocking it. Yeah, we're getting pretty bent over. Lily, can you stop chewing on my chair, please? Not porting my only white source. Bold. Oh, you another one. Gotta have port superiority, yeah, because I'm definitely gonna be porting them this turn. Another Flicker Wisp, alright, we can potentially do something. The problem is that we can't really get through these other Flicker Wisps now, so this resolves. They target the Jailer again. And then we have to plow the Jailer in response. We could play Equip GT and like punch through all of their stuff. None of this is good for me. Get a Ballista. Ballista's not very good against Force of Virtue. They're just gonna bury me in card advantage here, but like play a 3/3 Ballista. I think I have to GT here though. I could, like, attack with Squadron Hawk, they block. We play Squadron Hawk plus Stoneforge Mystic, try to like, get the Monarchy away that way. I think we are kind of forced, though. think they're just gonna bury me with this Jailer though, especially because I don't have one in my deck to like get them with. I'm gonna let this Recruiter live until I need to kill it. 1 damage is not a big deal. There's potential for me to want to shoot down other things. They're gonna play a Giant Ballista this turn. This is much better for me than Giant Ballista, honestly. Still bad, but... Oh, that's bad too. We draw a white source. It's not a white source. I kind of wanted to get Crusader down. We could Crusader plus equip the Jite to it. But then we can't punch through their side. They're going to play a Ballista for like 3 or 4. And we could prevent it from killing me because of the Force of Virtue. Also, if they have any removal spell, then this plan is horrible. We don't have a Revoker to go recruit either, if we wanted to. Don't think this Recruiter does like much of anything. Really want to draw another white source so I can Crusader plus Hawk there. Crusader holds down the ground. I guess I could just Stoneforge plus Hawk and try to like intend on chump blocking a sort of the Night Ally with a sort of Fire and Ice. We have to proactively flash in these Force of Virtues though, because they won't ping until I like equip, and by then it'll be my turn. So I have to like cast Force of Virtues in response to a big Ballista. 3/3 Ballista can also still kill a Squadron with 2 forces. Can we win this game? Probably not. I think this is my plan. Gotta get lucky to win, right? We need to just use GTA to like outgrind the Monarchy for a little bit. Obviously, if they just have like any removal spell, my House of Cards comes crumbling down, but I don't think we're beating any removal spell. Like, regardless of my play that turn. That's a bummer. That's a real bummer. We'll leave the counter on. They're pretty incentivized to aggressively kill my Crusader here. I think Squadron Ox is supposed to be the last card in my hand. Can we recruit for something to deal with this Revoker? No, right? We have nothing. We have a Flicker Wisp, potentially. If we draw a white source, maybe I'm supposed to keep Recruiter over Hawk, because Recruiter can go get a Flicker Wisp to turn off the Revoker and, like, punch stuff. Hawk flying is pretty relevant, though. I don't think I get that many more turns. I think we need to get lucky. Draw a white source this turn. forget to activate their Gideon. Wait, yes, wait, source means that we can recruit Flicker Wisp, Flicker the Revoker, attack, get 2 counters on the GTA at least, and get a flyer in play, all of which are pretty relevant. Is it relevant to get more counters on the GTA? It doesn't, like, clear anything useful. We could, like, Flicker our Recruiter and just get more Wisps. Because if they block, we don't get, like, the double GJ counters thing. If we Flicker the Revoker and attack, they chump block, we get 2 counters, we have 3 GJ counters. I think a later Wisp resets Revoker. Yeah, we can only just Wisp our Recruiter. I think it might attack with this Recruiter anyway, though. It means that... And just get 3 counters on it. It means that if they suit up a Knight Ally, or anything with the Sword of Fire, I have to chump block with our Recruiter. But I think that turn our other Flicker Wisp is coming to play Flickering the Revoker, removing the GJ over Flicker Wisp and attacking them for a bunch. Yeah. So I'm going to attack here, get 2 more counters, Wisp my Recruiter, and then plan on chump blocking the Sword of Fire and thing with the Recruiter. Or chump block nothing. They can't actually shoot anything. They could draw a card, though. I guess I could just attack Gideon. Not that it really matters, but better than attacking them. Yep, they chump block. Depending on the cards my opponent has this turn, we have a lot of things we could do. They could actually double port me off of being able to cast this Wisp, which would be kind of bad, now that I think about it. That would be a real bummer. But if we actually do manage to get Monarchy with this Wisp, that's a huge deal. If they equip you, maybe double block to clear the Knight. But then they eat my Flicker Wisp. My Flicker Wisp can no longer take Monarchy from them. I think I might just let this happen. They do get a draw card, which is a big deal, but like... Maybe my Recruiter's not important enough. Maybe we just block, because we don't want them to draw a card, because we really want to take Monarchy from them this turn. Yeah. Yeah, it's chump block. They'll kill it or your Wisp. No, they have 3 toughness. He can't kill anything. But I do think that jumping might still be correct. Destroy his tokens and go for the Planeswalker. No, we need to take Monarchy from him is the big thing. Because if we can take back Monarchy and then defend it, we get like a 3/3 Squadron Hawk out of the deal too. Like, then we can take over this game. You get 2 Hawks, right? And, oh yeah, we get 2 Hawks because they flickered the Jailer onto another Hawk. So if we take Monarchy, we might. No, I think all of our Hawks are gone. Yeah. Wait, 3 Squadron? Oh yeah, 2 Squadron Hawks in exile. 3, 1 in the grave. Yeah. Second Jailer. What on earth? This is so bad for me. Jesus. And we don't have enough counters to... Wait, they're killing the Crusader? What? Do they have a way to kill my Wisp, then? They have to. There's no way they just let this happen, right? What? They have to have a plow in hand, right? But I can't play around that. If we... So we want to Wisp the Revoker, equip the GJ to our Wisp, and attack, right? Like, and just hope they don't have any plow. And just get, like, an entire Armada back. Good part of their plans upkeep. I thought they were going to port me, yeah. I never have those stops set. Now it's bad. if I ported and draw step, do you have real? Oh, I'm banning this. Wait, I'm not banning you. You said a normal thing. Do you have real life magic? I thought you were a bot for a second. No, I'm not banning you, but I do have real life magic gathering cards. Doesn't really matter what you know. Yeah, because we're still dead. We can't beat a plow. I think if we ported the planes and they plowed my Flicker Wisp, I lose the game. So the play is Wisp this Revoker, equip the GTA to Flicker Wisp, attack their face, and hope they don't have a plow. But they have to have a plow with their Jailer play. Yeah. Yeah, here's the plow. And we lose. We don't lose because we have a second Wisp. Right, we could potentially... Am I supposed to ping off something? I guess I'm supposed to ping off this Jailer. I suppose if we ported first, we didn't have to waste casting the Wisp this turn. But you have to cast it. Oh, yeah, I have to cast it this turn anyway, but I could have, like, killed a Knight Ally or something instead. Instead of just wasting the ability doing nothing, right? They would have, like, a Knight Ally. They would have their sword unequipped and no Knight Ally. So just going in for damage. This is match 5. This is game 2 of match 5. I mean, I guess I'll block a Knight. There's nothing that can really punish me for that. Oh, no, there is. This Sword of Fire and Ice connecting. This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15. Alright, I'll take it. They're pinging it anyway? Oh, dear. What's this doing? Oh, no! Wrecked. Yeah, now we're dead. No, we were so dead. That was good. Yeah, at least we stopped them from jailering me. This is where we won't cast the Cataclysm. I mean, we'd still lose horribly, but yeah. Yeah, we can kill thing. Yeah, we're dead. Alright, I'm gonna concede for game 3. Well, they had Monarchy in place since turn 3, and we almost still managed to pull it back on turn 9, which is pretty impressive. They had, like, a very good 6-turn sequence. And we still almost managed to pull it off. And now we're on the play. They boarded in Gideon. I never like boarding in Gideon in this matchup. But it may want me like to have actually the Cataclysm over like a Prelate. Cataclysm is like just an awkward catch-up card that also can kill Gideon. I don't know. Second Prelate's bad. Second Prelate's like not helpful. So like Cataclysm might be better. Please no. You brought in Cataclysm against Ant. Don't tell me when to board in Cataclysm. Snapkeep. Very good hand. We're on the play, so we're the proactive deck, and we have a flyer and the GT. The Stone Rain mode is so much worse against Ant than it is against, like, Sneak and Show, which is, like, kind of when you actually board in Cataclysm for the Stone Rain mode. Like, versus Ant, you want creatures with power and toughness more than you want Stone Rain, because Ant can operate so much better off of a low land drop total. Yeah, Flyer, GTA Vial. This hand's great. I mean, the Force of Virtue could probably be any other card in my deck. And this hand would be better, but hey, Forza Virtue was pretty good last game. Yes, just lay down, Lily. We're almost done. One more game. My opponent just brought out Force Figure just match. Maybe they thought you were going to bring in a Rest in Peace? If I'm assuming because they are Force Figure, they are a graveyard deck or something. So they might have assumed you had Rest in Pieces. I don't know where my opponent went. This is a sweet game too, though. Desperately trying to get Monarchy for a million turns. Abzan Maverick just flustered my force. Wait, alright, I got nothing for you then. Wait, so Bant Maverick then? Not Abzan? Or is it Abzan Maverick that just also just had a blue card in it now? Is it the... the 4-color loam deck that's playing blue instead of red? Yeah, I saw Loam Slash for Oko. I think they had Flusters in the board. Maybe I'm wrong. I did see the 5-color list too, but I also just saw like they cut the red cards for like Oko and some other blue stuff. So could be like one of those iterations. Knights, Marriage combo, Diamonds. Yeah, sounds like some sort of X-color loam pile. No, that's fine. Please name Aether Vial. Deal. We have land drops. I'm talking in chat. Apparently they're a fan of the stream. That's cool. I don't know if they're thinking or they're typing back in chat. I just said that our game 2 was really sweet. We got 10 minutes on the clock, so I'm not super like concerned about being pressed for time or anything. What are you grabbing? Also grabbing the GTA maybe. We're probably just gonna go land drop go and just try to win the GTA race. Oh, they're trying to beat my GTA by not letting me attack. Or they might already have the GTA in hand. If we draw a 4th land, we can just Squadron Hawk this turn. Lunel did just say they had veto, yes. Yeah, I think I just want to Squadron Hawk, hold up, like, Caracas, I guess. Could hold up Wasteland, but I don't think it matters. Because I want to get a flyer in play to try to fly over to this Batter Skull. 4 cards in hand. 1, 2, 3. 3. I think I'm leaving this vial on 2. Not that it matters because there's a needle in play, but... Okay, so they can't port me. They could potentially have, like, a plow to stop me, but that's fine. They probably won't port because they're probably planning on putting in their batter skull, right? If they have batter skull plus plow, we might be in trouble, but... I think we just gotta take our shot here. Ooh, we have our own batter skull, which is good. Batter skull, sure. Please no plow. Dang. Yeah, path's certainly better for me. Get lands at least. Bad news is if they have, like, if they also have GTA to accompany this batter skull, then we're really up shit creek. We can Flickerous the Germ plus cast Squadron Hawk here. Get 2 flyers in play. Man, not having Palace Jailers in the mirror is real backbreaking. Maybe I just still want a Palace Jailer in the sideboard for the mirror. We'd also Flicker Wisp the Pithing Needle and make 2 birds, but then the Pithing Needle can go on the GTA, and I don't think I want that. Plow's also a nice one. I think getting 2 threats into play is fine, and killing their Germ token. So I need to kill both my creatures to really be safe here because we have a removal spell for like a blocker too. So unless they have like multiple removal spells, and they shouldn't have that many because if they had a plow they would have cast over the path. Oh, they're gonna Flicker Wisp their Jailer, which sucks. Unless they can take care of my other flyer. If they have if they have a removal spell, we're really fucking dead. But if they don't, I think we just like crush them here. Because we can plow the Flicker Wisp. Please tap out. Yes! Exile my Flicker Wisp. I wonder if they exile the Squadron Hawk to minimize downside. Yeah, smart. So we play land. We're getting back a Squadron Hawk and a Stoneforge Mystic. So we just want to make sure that they can't connect with their GT after we connect with ours. So we play land. Plow their Flicker Wisp. We have 5 mana, so we can only equip one, or we can only play 1 Hawk. No, we can play, yeah, because we're gonna equip this GT. Get 2 counters. Don't kill anything. Play a Hawk. Draw my card. Pass the turn. I feel pretty safe here. We even have Force of Virtue to make their GT less backbreaking for us. We just have a bunch of flyers now. We just need to kill them. We have 6 minutes left. They have like Council's Judgment. Okay, this might be for a Reflection Revoker, but then we also have the Sword, so it's fine. Same with like Legion and Relic Order. So this even resolves. I don't care. They're tapped out. We just get the Sword online. Attacks are fine. We don't. We can block the Mystic with a Mystic, because that's free. Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot about Monarchy, but yeah, that's also fine. We get Monarchy back. We just trade back and forth for a little bit. They don't have any lands, so we can untap. I guess I should have put in the Force and just killed all their shit. I'm stupid. I should have cast the Force of Will, or Force of Virtue. I'm dumb. Oh, they just conceded. They were pretty dead there, because they know they have the Sword of Fire Next. They're just, like, super, super dead. We have 4 GT counters, Killer, or Revoker. Whew. Let's grab the screenshot. Whew. Yeah, we got the 5-0. Did they leave? Jeez. They might come into chat, I don't know. So I'll hang out for a little bit, but I need to sign off. But yeah. I fucked up that turn real bad. I could have let them not have the Monarchy. Just flash and Force of Virtue, trade off a Hawk with... Oh, no, I don't even have to trade off a Hawk. Stoneforge eats the Palace Jailer, the Hawks eat both the Stoneforges, and they're just, like, incredibly dead, but, like, they're... We were winning that game anyway with the Sword of Fire and Ice. Shoot the Revoker, get 4 GT counters, the game's over. Whew. Got the 5-0 with the old Hawks and taxes. Squawk's still too strong. Squawk's great. Squadron Rogue is really good. Squadron Rogue is good against the mirror. Like, it's good in all your fair matchups, basically. It produces a bunch of flyers, and flyers is like the second sub-game of the Death and Taxes mirror out after the equipment fight. Flyers are important, especially when you're trying to combat Monarchy and stuff. This deck does not have a Jailer in it, and it might want one, because Jailer's really good in the mirror. If we could have recruited for a Jailer in that game too, maybe we could have pulled something out, because it, like, free steals the Monarchy, but I don't know. We didn't have the mana to cast it that turn. Like, we were super far behind anyway, but... What is Squawks weak against in the current meta, do you think? I think your game 1 against combo is just horrible. You're leaning super hard on Thalia and, like, your mana denial to beat combo decks. I think you want to compensate for that by sideboarding a bunch of stuff. I think Storm is, like, a lot worse than it could be. A lot of my sideboard hate is focused on graveyard decks. I think graveyard decks are really big right now. Stuff like Dredge and Hogak and stuff. I've been seeing a lot of those around more than Storm. But even against Storm, like post-board, you get like your graveyard hate, you get Deafening Silences, you get a Sanctum Prelate and stuff. But yeah, I've been seeing outside of the normal bunch of Delver, a bunch of Astrolabe blue piles, and then I've been like the primary combo decks I've been seeing are the graveyard-based ones. So with our sideboard, we have like 2 Surgicals, a Tormod's Crypt, a Container Priest, and 2 Rips and stuff. Oh, we did play against Eurekatel today, Lackey. We played against Eurekatel as well, so we've been playing against some nonsense. What was our league today? It was pretty normal, actually. It was lands, Omni, or like blue-green Omni, Bant Control, not Miracles. They didn't have Terminus. Red Prison, and then the Mirror. So our league today wasn't actually that like super weighted. You playing all Snowplains now? No, it's December. I gotta get into the holiday season, holiday spirit. You know, get your snow-covered lands out for Christmas. I always switch over all my planes to snow-covered planes in December, and then come January, I'll switch them all back. I only do this online too. In paper, I don't even own snow-covered planes. Just a fun little gimmick for December. It doesn't actually do anything. But anyway, snagged the old 5-0 with the Squadron Hawks. Felt pretty good. So let's find someone to host, and we're signing off. You playing in the format playoff? I think I am playing in the playoff on Sunday. I'm already qualified for the championship, but I don't think I'm doing anything on Sunday. And it's literally free for me to enter because the format points are worthless. And I have 10 trillion of them. So I think I'm planning on playing in it. January still snow covered. Yeah, but you know, it's December, Christmas, holiday season, stuff like that. Stream it. Streaming the playoffs is so much more time consuming than like just playing in it, you know, because I can't really do anything between rounds. So I'd like sit there on stream. I might stream it still. We'll see what else is going on my weekend. It's definitely not out of the question. You trade me once you turn OBS up. Oh yeah, sure. I'll trade you those mana confluences or whatever. Anyway, let's go host someone who is all online. Exactly one other person streaming Legacy. Some weekly Legacy F&M. Oh, not muted. Monarch sometimes does other things when he streams a playoff. Yeah, I don't like doing that. Like, if I just like go and like do something completely different, it's like, okay, chat, I'll be back in 30 minutes. The stream is just like still going. It's just an empty room. I don't know. That feels weird to me. It's a really weird commercial. I just want to see their stream to make sure that I'm actually hosting a Legacy thing. How long is this commercial? Jesus. All right. It just said, it's just a screen that says paused. This isn't, I guess they're paused their weekly F&M? Like between rounds or something? I don't know. I don't really want to host this. Let's find someone else to host. Check this wild when you leave. Alright, who's playing like some Pioneer or something at least? Someone playing something cool in Pioneer. Pioneer White Weenie. Alright, I'm into it. It's like the closest to Death and Taxes we can get in Pioneer. What you doing? Oh no, they just signed off. Fuck! God, I hate trying to host people. Alright, let's just go host Evaros. Seem like they're a popular streamer. Got some viewers in there, but let's go send them some love. Anyway, /host Evaros. Thanks everybody for watching, tuning in today. Hope you enjoyed the 5-0 with Squawks and Taxes. As always, you want to support the channel, you can follow, subscribe, donate. That's all I really got today. have a good weekend, everybody. And then, oh yeah, I guess also maybe stream on Sunday. If you follow my Twitter or you're in like the Dags of Discord or something, I will be sure to let people know sometime ahead of time if I am streaming the playoffs. But anyway, have a good weekend, everybody.